ส่วนเชนที่เช่น
Can you? Hey, who you for? Come tell me now, who you for? Love your design and your structure. It making me wonder. Who you for? Tell me, who you for? You got it all in your jeans. Lord, I hope you're not family, so tell me, who you for? Tell me, who you for? The way you walk and go down, girl, walk and go down, girl, walk and go down and stick. The way you walk and come up, girl, walk and come up, girl, I'm falling for you quick. The way you roll, out of control. You're sexy from head to soul, but I still really need to know. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for before I ask you for your number. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for, who you for, who you for. I feel you getting on back on purpose, purpose. Pushing back on purpose, purpose. Peeping back on purpose for me, for me. Cock up your leg on purpose, purpose. Slanting it on purpose, purpose. Walking up on purpose for me, for me. Girl, the size of your bumper got me under pressure. Who you for? Tell me, who you for? Girl, you're fueling me fire. Is you a desire? Who you for? Tell me, who you for? The way you walk and go down, girl, walk and go down, girl, walk and go down and stick. The way you walk and come up, girl, walk and come up, girl, I'm falling for you quick. The way you roll, out of control. You're sexy from head to soul, but I still really need to know. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for before I ask you for your number. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for, who you for, who you for. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for before I ask you for your number. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for, who you for, who you for. The way you walk and go down, girl, walk and go down, girl, walk and go down and stick. The way you walk and come up, girl, walk and come up, girl, I'm falling for you quick. The way you roll, out of control. You're sexy from head to soul, but I still really need to know. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for before I ask you for your number. I need to know who you for before I push up on your bumper. I need to know who you for, who you for, who you for.
Normalement, quand tu vas à l'école, tu y vas avec plaisir.
Bah oui, tu retrouves tes potes.
Et tes amis?
Tu discutes avec eux, tu t'amuses, tu rigoles.
Bon, tu vas en cours aussi pour apprendre avec tes profs.
Et pour passer tes interros.
En tout cas, tu ne vas pas à l'école pour être malheureux.
C'est clair, tu ne vas pas à l'école pour qu'on se moque de toi. Pour te faire insulter, te faire frapper.
Tu ne vas pas à l'école pour te sentir seul, triste.
Il y a les réseaux sociaux aussi. Franchement, c'est pas mieux.
Que ce soit sur les réseaux sociaux, en classe, dans la cour, en sport, le harcèlement, c'est inacceptable.
Si tu es victime d'harcèlement, n'aie pas honte, ne garde pas ça pour toi.
Nous, on te soutient. Et crois-moi, on n'est pas les seuls.
Il y a plein de gens qui sont là pour t'aider. Tes amis, ta famille, tes profs. Il y a même un numéro que tu peux appeler, c'est le 3018.
En parler, ça ne va pas aggraver le problème. Au contraire, ça peut le régler.
Si tu vois qu'un copain, qu'une copine, qu'un camarade de classe souffre, fais comme nous on ferait en équipe de France.
Soutiens-le.
Parle-en autour de toi.
Non au harcèlement.
Oh, you have the whistle. Ziggy.
Benji.
Whistle. Wait. Zoom. Whistle. Wait. Whistle. Wait. Whistle.
Benji, I see your girl with you.
But Ziggy, I see her with you too.
So what we gonna do?
Whistle while you work. I go bring her for college.
Can you drop off my man?
You not think a man not play. We come to rock, 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 rock. We come to rock, 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 rock your fucking world. Rock, 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 rock your fucking world. Whistle, work, whistle, work, whistle, work, whistle. See them playing fine man.
Why them hypocrites, you know?
Bad mind,
Wicked set of people.
jealousy.
Envy. Come in.
Boom. I hear them send the talk, but I don't give up. I grow up on the block. Whistle while you work. In your face they're playing friend. Them hypocrites pretend. Look their evil work on them. Rock them world. Rock, 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 rock your fucking world. Rock, 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 rock your fucking world. Click, clack, whistle, boom. Just let me drink 2 remedy and you know what it is.
Whoso never like so.
If you deal evil, evil will follow you.
What you give up to the universe, that's what you get. Energy.
I know, G. Whistle is good for you. Work.
It's good for you.
Whistle to treat. Work. Whistle.
Sebo.
Work. Shiba. Whistle. From ladies
Of mad mind
to snitches.
and jealousy.
Whistle while you rock. Whistle while you rock. Whistle while you rock. Whistle while you rock. And the Griffith.
And they will.
Whistle. Work.
Smiling faces, we share the hard time. Now nobody wanna leave it up to the one who did, 'cause no one cares about yesterday's and today's hard time to bear. So mountain is my home, and I'll do but anything to make it blue. I think of it, I dream of it in the morning, night and noon. Send mountain is sweet home, and to it I'll give my life to keep on shining like the sunshine that comes out in the morning. All I see before me, one island, one people, one destiny. And when I look around me, one island, one people, one destiny. So come together, come together, as one.
Bonsoir à tout le monde, bonsoir à tout le monde. Gérald, petite émission un peu bizarre aujourd'hui, lundi 10 juin 2024. J'ai voulu faire un live parce que par rapport aux résultats, des élections européennes et les élections à venir. Comme vous savez, samedi, Saint-Martin a voté pour les européennes à Saint-Martin. Et nous avons vu les résultats. Le parti du président Macron est sorti en tête derrière les extrémistes. Et c'était pour faire un petit récap par rapport à ça. Et ne oublions pas que hier soir, le président Macron a appelé aux élections, appelé aux élections par rapport aux résultats des législatives. Donc, on va avoir un petit récap de ces élections. Et normalement, j'ai une invitée qui va me joindre en cours de l'émission. Donc, on a vu que les résultats européennes, le président Mussington a fait campagne. Sa campagne était comment dire, timide. Il n'y a pas, comment dire, timide. On a vu la campagne timide de l'exécutif de Saint-Martin qui a quand même sauvé la donne parce que, bon, en 2019, c'était le Front National, si je ne me trompe pas, qui était comment dire ça? Qui était en tête. Donc, on a vu hier que les résultats a fait qu'il y a eu dissolution de l'Assemblée nationale. Depuis 2002, un truc comme ça, si je ne me trompe pas, chez Chirac, ça ne s'était jamais produit. Donc, l'analyse un petit peu des élections européennes. Bon, le président, il a fait ça, comme je dis, sa campagne timide. Oui, c'était timide parce que bon, on a vu juste des posters. Il a fait un semblant de réunion entre-temps avec certaines personnalités du territoire. Et après, voilà. Et il a accompli sa tâche. Là, maintenant, nous allons avoir une deuxième tâche. Là, il va falloir se mouiller parce que suite aux résultats qui est sorti des unes en métropole et aux outre-mer, le président Macron a dit on va aux élections. Donc, il veut dire le député sortant qui n'est plus député, il n'est plus député. Il y a dissolution de l'Assemblée nationale. Tous les députés sont des ex-députés, ils sont des candidats. Donc, le député sortant, Franz Gomes, se remet dans la bataille. Il est parmi les premiers qui se met dans la bataille. Et voilà, qu'est-ce qu'il faut voir dans cette situation? C'est que le président, l'exécutif de Saint-Martin va devoir se mouiller la chemise parce que là, ce n'est pas les législatives parce que pour moi, comme je le regarde, c'est qu'il va falloir se mouiller. For those who just catch on, I have a special show today, this afternoon, because due to the election in Europe, and we see the results from France and the President Macron decided to dissolve the National Assembly, and we going back to elections. So we're going back to election. I just need my guest show up there, just not she gonna come in. We're going back to elections. So yes, now we see the president of the collectivity. I cannot say he didn't campaign. He campaigned like, let me campaign to make sure like, hey, my candidate come up good. Let we say he did it, but we didn't expect that score because for somebody who get 4,000 something, only 3,000 something people who come out and vote. So that's, I do Sciences Po, but I analyze. So for those who following, we have things, now we're going election with the deputies. So now the president gonna have to wet his shot more deeper because the people will judge the farmer deputy, he's a farmer deputy now, and they will judge what the president and his team do for 2 years because we have to see what's the bilan of the deputy, Franz Gomes. We have to see what he did for the 2 years and then to know. And we start to see people is have another problem too because when he went to that election, Sembat were good. No, Sembat in a fight, we have 3 groups. So now negotiation need to go on. We need to see if Franz Gondon say going up. We have to see if Daniel Gibbs going up, if Claire Javois says something, if Victor Penn says something, Beatrice Cazé and Sabrina Rivere, if I'm saying good. That's those people who was in last election. So yeah, we have to see if those people coming out, if Daniel Gibbs coming out or somebody from his team, if Simbad gonna present something. It's not like 2022. 2022, we had just get territorial. We could go and say, yeah, how to say the mango party, but now it's totally different. Because now for Franz Gomes to come out, yes, he don't have no choice. He have to come out and contest that election. And let's see, because we start to see certain names calling and it's gonna be nice. So before I go too far, for people to say, I'm Malidve, I have a guest with me this afternoon, and no stranger to with social media. Mrs. Lawrence, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I good. At least I working from far. You see that?
Nothing stops the walk. That's the most.
Yeah, but you know, we missing one, but I know she watching. She don't send me all kind of message. Is my co-host. I know she always there. Miss Lawrence, how are you?
I'm okay, and yourself?
I good. So we see it had election to open election, and I never see you from Generation Hope, if I'm not mistaken, like, hey, I go campaigning or I calling to vote for somebody. Why?
Well, you know, basically for St. Martin, we never take position. We never associate ourselves with national, a position with a national party. We always tend to remain neutral because that is just, a part of our culture. We're never left. We're never right. We're always up in between. We go with the flow. So I think that's generally the reason why I personally never came out, and why a lot of people just always run without sans etiquette, because it's more secure for us as well, not knowing where the results could lie on. We are always in a very sensitive position where we always need, it's bad to say, but favors, and we need help from national government. So we don't want to position ourselves against not knowing where who could win. So we always tend to want to play it safe and run with sans etiquette, and then wait for after elections, and then we associate ourselves with national parties.
So we see, did you surprise with those results for the European election, because it create a total chaotic thing locally, because we see the president, because even me, when last night watching, I know I follow all the news, and they tell me, yeah, the President Macron will have an announcement to do. I see in my head, he will not resign. And 4 months before, me and the senator were talking about this. I said, but nah, man, he ain't gonna do that, because, and now we see he dissolved parliament.
Well, if you follow the trends worldwide, it's not something that is just that concerns France. We have a global transition. We're seeing the far right reborn and take back over power. It's not only France, it's Germany, it's Italy, it's South America as well. We are part of a generation that is seeing this shift worldwide because of all of the issues going on, So to me, it didn't surprise me, really. Especially in my bureau, I tend to see those trends in the bureau that I preside over, which is Bureau 17 in Grand Gaz, Eligit.
Okay.
Usually they are the ones that kind of give the indication on national levels how the elections are going to go. And if we notice, if in the past few years, the party that won, Marine Le Pen's party, is getting closer and closer each time around. She's gaining more and more. So it wouldn't even surprise me that next national presidential elections, we might have our first female president of France. And unfortunately, it's part of the world trend. It's not something just for France, you understand? Okay. So it is what it is.
As part of the opposition, today at this hour, yesterday, you guys find out a legislative, and we know last election, Hope didn't come up with a candidate. Are you a candidate? Let me be like some people in the States.
Am I personally a candidate, or is my
Yes.
party?
You never know.
You know, you're right, because in the last 24 hours, there's a lot of action going on. Although I was asked the question, but I can confidently say no, I will not be a candidate for this upcoming snap election. No, but that doesn't mean that our party will not have.
Back up.
Sorry?
Maybe your party will back up or endorse somebody. I believe you didn't talk with Monsieur Charville yet.
Who say?
Okay, my bad.
Mr. Charville and I is just a phone call away.
Okay.
I think this, although it's a very snap election, very short, I think we're going to have a lot of surprise in terms of candidates that will.
Yes, because I hearing some name this afternoon. I say, hey, that's why from the beginning.
And I'm sure I can guarantee you have not heard all of the names yet.
Well, for the moment, I have 3 writing. For the moment, I have 3 writing, so I don't know. I have 3.
You're missing some names. You're missing some names.
Well,
I can confident. I am excited. I am excited for this.
I'm waiting to have accurate candidate, because now I getting messages. I'm gonna call him. You know, I'm gonna call names after if it's not you. I will bring the person.
I will not be confirming any names.
So now we see how the president come up and do this campaign, because the president didn't really campaign hard. But
Which
this time,
talking about?
European campaign.
Oh.
But this time,
local president or national president?
Local president.
Okay.
But now, when we see what happened now, the former deputy Franz Gump gonna have to go back in arena campaign, and the president gonna have to wet his shot more, because 2 years. Because for me, they will judge Franz Gump's and the president activities, whatever they do. People will watch that. Because we not just come from the election, and now people are gonna watch in 2 years what you did, because
a lot has changed in the last 2 years. So I feel a lot of people has changed their minds. The people's mindset is not where we were 2 years ago. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. So, and based on the names that I'm hearing of people, it's going to be a very interesting election. And funny enough, it's going to be a lot of very good candidates.
Yes.
It's going to be a very difficult.
Listen, I have some names there. This could change a lot of things.
Make the right choice, but I say at the same time, the options, there's no wrong choice. In my personal opinion, there's no wrong choice. There's so many good candidates that we're gonna have. If everything goes how it's supposed to go, we're gonna have a lot of very strong and good candidates. So I'm excited.
Well, I am excited because campaign will be short, okay? Because
short and sweet.
Short. So all the candidates have between the June 12 and June 16 to decide what they're doing, if they're going. Because first one is June 30 and the second one is July 7. Yes. So.
And then remember, in the mix as well, we have Dutch side elections too. So
but Dutch side election fast. So it's only it's two campaign. For we to be in the media is heavy.
Campaign will be popping both sides.
Yeah, that's true. And when we watch good, it will be a hard work for President Mussington to come up now. And it's a other trouble now, Sinbad, because Sinbad will be a key role in the election.
Correct.
Because
and they're not stable as well over there.
You have 3 groups. So the last time, the former deputy Franz Gomes could go Sinbad and negotiate with Xavier Lédé. But now Xavier Lédé in a position now, it's going to be hard for them. And the opposition now, I don't know, the last time opposition was back in Daniel Gibbs. Now opposition of Sinbad will have to negotiate with Bernier, with Daniel Gibbs and them. Because it was a second round, it was a 1,000 vote between Franz Gomes and Daniel Gibbs.
I find even will be in a difficult position because he always associated himself with LR, and we saw the results that gave here locally.
Yeah.
Now so there's a lot of questions in terms of what is Team Gibbs going to do. Are they going to associate themselves with a party? Are they going to, and who are they going to present? Because doesn't necessarily mean that Daniel Gibbs will be the candidate. It could be someone else.
It will be hard.
It's going to be a very interesting conversation, a very interesting choice.
Because if it's not Daniel, who else they could present? Because Philidor is I'm just talking. Philidor have more works to do. After, yes, he know he's an attaché parlementaire. He know all the circuit, but it's be hard for him too.
He knows the ins and outs. He has a certain amount of experience. He would also be a very good candidate in my opinion. He's young, very dynamic, and yeah, he would have. But I'm not saying that he is a candidate or
No, we just but the thing when you watch God, no, Simbat is more harder because Simbat vote for National. That's the other story, no.
Correct.
That's the second election for National Rassemblement National reach and heading in Simbat voters. So it's gonna be hard for the deputy.
And it will be interesting to see the choices, how the coupling between the two islands will come together. And like I said, it's not going to be an easy election, in my opinion. So, it will be interesting.
So we know the last time I will be a little, I have to choke a little bit. We know the last time Hope were backing former deputy Franz Gomes. Since you say you guys, just pick up your phone and call Monsieur Charleville. I know you cannot come up and say you're going to back him up, but I always say in French, any indice, so I can't say leave because me and Sam Bakshi. So.
You mean you're asking if whole party will be backing Franz Gomes?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Yes.
Well, like I said, we might or might not have our own candidate, so we'll have to see how we roll that dice. If we have our own candidate, then I don't see how whole party can support the majority's candidate if we have our own candidate.
Okay. But and for the 2 years, did you feel like the former deputy do a good work, or it was a little? For me, I find it was a little shy, and he worked. After he was in a position to,
I find that in the beginning, we heard a lot. We heard a lot and saw a lot of him, and then as the time go by, I do not know what happened. I know he came out and was very made his position clear on a lot of topics, but in terms of his bilan, he will have to just give his bilan on nobody can speak about his bilan, only he can. He will have to say what he has done, and he will have to defend his mandate thus far.
Because let we go back to two past deputy Daniel Gibbs, Claire Javois, we used to see a lot of move, but now
we saw from one extreme to the other, and I believe that Mr.
Daniel used to punch a lot. Daniel used to punch a lot. Claire Javois used to punch a lot, but the deputy, since he's part of how we say the Macronie, he's a centrist. He been to the Macronie. He talk, but it's like you deal, but hey, I can't hate too much because St. Martin need that too.
It's always we always find ourselves in a difficult position. We have to fight against the state to have our position heard and understood, but at the same time, we need their help, especially financial support where we, where things are concerned, and that's not a lie. We have to be realistic about it. So our position is always very sensitive. You can't go too hard, but you can't go too soft, and you have to play. It's a game that you have to play. It's a give and take. It's a conversation.
So tomorrow, as a young politician, Ellen come up, let we say July 7 before Bastille Day, and we have apparently, if they pass, we have Barnilla, who's a young politician like you guys. How do you see France, Saint Martin, most of the overseas vote for them, for the Front National. Only Martinique who really vote for the LFI, La France Insoumise. So you as a young politician, when you see those young politicians reaching so far, how you watch, how you analyze those elections, those young people? Because Barnilla's young, eh?
Yeah, correct. But remember, the former first prime minister, he was young as well. So
he's still prime minister until
but he's a very good prime minister in my opinion. He did a lot for even when he
tried to save his head last night, but the president didn't want.
Even in when he was the minister de l'Éducation, he did a very good job. He stood for a lot. I like a lot of his moves that he was pulling. So in terms of them being young, we are seeing now the importance of having the young generation. And like I said, we're going to be part of a generation that saw a worldwide shift in terms of leaving from a center left wing to a right to right wing extreme. We're part of that generation that will see that shift, but as well as a young politician emerging in very important positions. And it's important for us young ones to continue to defend our positions and stand for our goals, because like I always say, if you don't stand for nothing, you fall for everything. So we are going to see more and more young people rise from behind the shadows of the older politicians that will now take a step back. So it's interesting to see this transition period with where the young ones are stepping up.
So
gives me hope.
Let's hear, because I hope generation hope today. When you watch, because me, I get some message yesterday because the president had the order backing up the work Conquête, if I'm not mistaken, work Conquête people, and you have some people from the same majority who didn't follow the president and the consigne de vote, how we say. You as member of the opposition, how you see that? Do the president still the head of the ship, or the president there, but the ship is not really functioning how it's supposed to be?
Well, if you look at numbers, yes, maybe his consigne de vote won the representation here on island, but in terms of numbers, who all came out to vote, to me, it wasn't a lot of people. No, we expected it because it was European elections. I don't think they stress enough on the importance about it. What a lot of people, even the people in my bureau, a lot of people complained saying that they were not aware that it became Saturday and not Sunday. So you had to explain why why was it the Saturday and not the Sunday, just like national elections. But in terms of, a lot of people didn't hear the communication. So there was a lot of work yet to be done, but because it was only European elections, I don't feel a lot of the population didn't take it serious enough, and that has to do with the campaign that was brought by the campaign strategy that was brought on by the president and his majority.
You didn't hear
other than the president. I me personally didn't hear anybody come out and remind people to vote, that elections was coming up. So I think that played a big role on our numbers as well. So that's why, like, if you look at even comparing to the other parties, and no one communicated basically. So that played a role as well.
So today we see we going back to snap election. We 2002 we didn't have that, because I think me and you were still young. We were still watching Chirac through the TV. I think, believe me and you were still watching Chirac review the TV. So now you see snap election, and the deputy gonna have to put some serious fight.
Oh yes,
some really serious fight, because last time
I think the entire team, as in the majority.
Yeah, but after it depends, because the entire team could have other candidates too.
Well, if that
Well, it's a
happens,
deep hole from mommy. I get message today.
then there's a
I
can
hear
of worms that is
Sunday.
opening. Then you open a can of worms, because if the majority isn't together, and the majority, remember, the majority is it's two parties that came to one. So when I call the majority, I'm calling Alternative and RSM. If there's multiple candidates that coming from the majority, that is also saying something. Sorry.
So, because me, officially, we have France Gums. We're waiting to see if Daniel Gibbs will come up. I believe, let's see, because the election is money too. And Sembats don't have the same, how this is rapport the first lady the last time. And I have a message to tell me, Hervé in the game too. Monsieur Hervé Dorville will be in the race, but that will change the whole thing if it's true. Because the last time he was campaign manager, and that changed the whole thing from the team if it's true.
Like I said, a lot of interesting names will come into play. What is interesting to know is who is backing him. Is he coming associated with a party? Is he representing the majority? Is he not? Sans etiquette. There's a lot of questions when you hear names come up.
Yes, there's a lot of questions, but after, do he need the support of the parties of the president too? That's not, because you could go how you want, sans etiquette, without the support of the president.
It like I said, it raises a lot of questions. It will raise a lot of questions, because he who was the actual deputy's campaign manager, if he runs now. Yeah.
Well, we could only see because that will be
nice. We don't know for now, so.
Okay, they call him. That's why I call him.
That's a rumor.
If Hervé listen to me, I don't have no problem to arrive the week with Hervé. But I'm waiting because
they have. He would be a good candidate, like I said. The names that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's not one name that I've heard thus far that I'm saying, The names that I'm hearing so far are very strong candidates, and like I said, it will make the decision very difficult.
It will make this decision difficult, but don't forget Sembat. Sembat is a cake separate and three now. Before you had two, now it's
and not only that. Remember, we were supposed to be alternating candidates as well.
Listen, it will not work.
Like I said. We've been promising that Simbarts will have their own candidate, deputy, and we have yet to see that happen. So that is also going to be a very hard discussion in terms of negotiations between the two islands. I'm sure this majority or not. I don't know how to call Simbarts. I don't know what's going on in Simbarts exactly to know who's the majority, who's not, because the actual president still doesn't have the majority. Who's going to be making the decisions? Who's going to be pulling the strings?
But listen,
I'm sure that Simbarts would like to see their own candidate be deputy.
Yeah, but the time, how I say it again, we do Lena, I do Lena Pinel, so I don't know if you do Sciences Po, but we can analyze. But when you analyze that situation, it could pass. Whoever going to negotiate, because who's strong now is Magra and Bernier, because lady there. But when you're watching, the population is half with him. So all that is negotiation, but. Now you got to see how the former deputy will negotiate, because his sub was from Lady Camp.
A lot of questions. We don't have the answers, so we're going to have to come back. We're going to have to continue this conversation when we have a little more answers.
We don't have the
only
answer.
The first 24 hours.
People negotiating because.
By now it's been 24 hours. I'm sure by the end of this week, we'll have more answers.
The end of this week, but by Sunday, all the candidate have to drop the candidacy by the
That's what I
prefecture.
say. So by the end of this week, let's say Friday, we'll know what's going on.
I don't believe Friday, even Saturday afternoon, because
but we have to get the more concrete, and because we're in the rumor phase right now. So I'm giving myself until Friday to have more concrete answers. You're gonna see who's falling out in terms of the list of rumors, So that's why I'm giving myself until Friday to have more concrete answers about who and what and where and how, and a lot of question marks will be answered.
That's the thing. So election up. So if you see a candidate from whoever it is, decide, listen, I gonna represent the RN, what will be your reaction?
If there's a candidate that's representing RN,
because we see, look, same Guadeloupe, they had a candidate from RN Tolasi.
In here locally, if we had a local candidate, that's a.
Because let me tell you something.
I would have to actually see who it is, because I don't believe that there will be a local person representing that party.
You think so?
It would be a shocker.
Because look,
it would be a shocker to know. Like I said, based on my bureau, I know my bureau, RN1 in my bureau, and my bureau is Orient Bay, Cul-de-Sac, and Anse Marcel communities. Those are not really the local community that came out to vote. So that's why I would say it will be a shocker for me. It will be shocking for me to know that it is a local person, a local St. Martin, a person representing that party. I am more seeing if it has to be, it would be a French European national that will represent that party here on St. Martin.
But when you watch the party is not like before. It's a modern party now.
Like I said, only time will tell.
No, because people before with the father, everything, but now it's a modern party, they try to update themselves and they put a young person. So because for me, even you saying like, you don't believe a local will go to represent the RN, but when you watch the votes, I think they get 10-14% in St. Martin. You believe it's only European people who vote for that, who vote the 14%?
There's a silent majority of locals. We're not gonna kid ourselves. There's a small silent local voters that will never come out and say who they. But
that's the thing. That's the thing. You have some local, they will not talk, but they show you on social media for who they voting to.
Correct. Yeah.
So now we see what's going on. While we waiting to see by Sunday how much candidate will come up. I hope we don't have more than 6 candidates, because it's gonna be trouble. Because if we have 6, because the last time we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5. I'm 1, 2.
We had 6 the last time.
Yeah, I'm rounding off either 5 to 6 candidates.
So the thing like it will be hard as opposition.
The decision will be hard.
Do you as opposition? Maybe you will not tell me the majority RSM are doing a good job. They have mistakes, they have things. For me, it's a first test, official test for the government, actual government.
Well, number one is to see if we're gonna have 1 candidate or 2. That will sell. That alone will sell a lot.
That's the other thing, no. Because if we come
like I said, we have to wait and see. I said this snap election will arise make a lot of questions come to light. In terms of how solid the majority is as well. We will see if yeah, we'll see what it gives in terms of.
Listen, let me say a year, they got 2 years and a half. I don't think it's the time for everybody come up with a candidate. That's me.
I would say the same too, but I am not in their position. I am not in their kitchen, so it's hard. I cannot answer that for them. Only they should know. I would expect to only see one candidate in terms of LSMA. Remember, it's LSMA in the majority. So I'm expecting to see one candidate. If there's two candidates, then
it's a clear message for 27.
Oh well, you know, we've seen Alternative come out their party born after elections. So that message was already sent clearly from the get-go. To me, what I understood is not because we are in government together means that we are solid for next election. So I don't see LSMA will become a party for next
a
election.
coalition, I believe, by December 24th, everybody going decide. Everybody start a campaign.
Why everybody giving December 25?
Because that's the last month you can be with. From the time December hit, the president cannot do anything anymore.
I didn't see Valerie distance herself to Team Gibbs a year prior. She went.
It was a special configuration. It was she was in a special situation with former President Gibbs. She could not come up just so she had to wait for she could.
I think she's in that same position where she has to remain till the very end.
Yeah, listen, she have to, but by December, each party, even Generation Hope, I don't know if I running for 27, but Generation Hope, I can still have to start to negotiate, looking for candidate, watching how people feeling about are you around. Each party will do that. So we're gonna see by Sunday how much candidate they have come out for this election. It will be hard. It will not be an easy thing for the president, because for me it's a test 2. He get the test 1 was 22 when he present France guns. He get test 2 was that last election Saturday, I mean. And now this election, they will have to put his bilan for the 2 years and France Gum's bilan for the 2 years and see how the people will go.
It will be interesting times, interesting questions.
Well,
rendezvous next week Monday then. That's all I could say.
Well, next week Monday gonna be our next story, because before that we will find out what when the prefecture come out or send the communique to all the press. We gonna know what's going on. Before we go, I believe we got 10-15 minutes again. What do you think about the election from the south side?
Oh, that's a whole, I don't know what to say, because I've seen some moves that It's
the election, eh?
Listen, we need sage. We need to burn sage on this island. That's all I can say. We need to burn sage, because there's a lot of things going on that I just don't understand. There's a lot of moves. Yeah. At some point, you want to say you were expecting the moves and not at the same time. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how that will turn out. Who will be the candidates? Who are the parties officially presenting themselves? We know some of the parties who will not be presenting themselves, but we know new parties already announced themselves that they will be running.
Until they get the votes.
A lot of candidates on the existing parties, a lot of them have dropped out. A lot of new candidates have come on now to parties. So like I said, that will be an interesting turn. We'll have to wait for postulation day and see when how that goes as well. It's still a bit too early to start but yeah, that was a whole there was just
Let's see, because how you say, you have parties not running anymore in this election, and we see candidates leaving those parties, going to next party. We see some leaving party.
And you
That
see a
wasn't
lot,
football.
and for once you you really saw that the St. Martin people say, no, I want to go back to elections. This is really the first time you seen the people frustrated. The people did not like the moves, and I feel that the people who were the source of the problem will be punished for their decisions.
You believe so?
National Alliance and a party will have a difficult time defending their actions.
All of them will have a difficult time. All of them.
But the people, I think this is for the first time that government fell and that elections were called, and that people are saying, yes, we want to go back to elections to make our decision. Yeah.
Well, let's see August 19, because it'll be tough for me. Some will get back the seat, some will not get back the seat, some will get the newcomers in the parliament. So let's see what can happen.
Yeah, it's a waiting game.
It's a waiting game. So I know you guys do follow election good, and that's Lawrence and them. I know some maybe so I do vote too. So I don't know for who are you voting. I hope I'm going to do a right decision, even though I'm watching from far. And let's see, because
we're gonna make the same decision like the last one.
It look like Macron get jealous and for the snap election from the
I was basically, because a lot of the voters in my bureau, we only see each other for the elections, and all of a sudden when we gonna see you again, I say 2027, and like bam, look here, I gotta see these people at the end of the month again. So
but you might change bureau.
No. I am faithful to my bureau de set. I have my tradition to uphold with my.
But how would that go? Is the president of this? So you going bureau 17, or you choose where bureau you're going?
Well, I think from the very get-go, they try to put each president that's close to the based on where you live, they kind of put you in that bureau. So it was a choice, and I had the choice between Maternelle and Ellie Gibbs, and that's
Okay, so we're gonna leave a little election because you just talk about the school. We see in the social media something about uniform, pink, green. What do you think about that?
Listen, to me,
I'm listening.
If I don't see the problem with the color, because a lot of people are associating the pink with gender. If you got a problem with the pink for it being, then you should have a problem with the blue. Blue is not a gender neutral color. But from what I understand, there's a lot of meaning behind the green of the school. There's a reason why the green was chosen, and I'm trying to find out who and how did it come about to bring this pink. So I understand that it's more of about a color, a meaning of the color behind that they would like to, which I totally agree for. But now on social media, you saw it play out because the pink is just, representing the girls and, the color of the rainbow and all, that I don't stand for that, because if you're talking about the color of the rainbow, then why are you having girls wear the color blue? That's how I look at it. But I do stand behind those who want to maintain the green because of the mean behind that color that was chosen for that Maternelle. Now it's to see, I was not present during the Conseil d'école to know how that decision came about, who was there to defend, and who it's basically in that meeting is where the decision was made. And if that was voted there, then you have to go see. That's where the answers will be. Okay.
So my last question, Angeline, before I close this conversation, so I could go sleep and you could go do your business, because it's 23 in France. Yes, so I'm in France. Even you see green cars on my background, I'm not there.
You miss it by so much to show my house.
No, I didn't want to show your house. I don't got you on the live. I didn't want to show you house because I was gonna ask you how agriculture going during the 2 years you guys in
Oh,
office.
no. We don't want to have that. We don't want to have this conversation now because the abattoir is closed for the next 14 months.
Why you close? Because I'm trying to get forward. She running from me. You got a problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, yeah. That's another conversation because you won't get me all riled up right now, and I don't want to leave this live on a bad mood.
Drink what? Why you drinking your guava berry? I know I always drinking guava berry in cool sack.
You can't. If I turn around the camera, you see guava berry right there, Michelle.
No, because I see you with a big cup. I think it's guava berry you were drinking.
If I drink this amount of guava berry at 5 o'clock, then I got a problem. No.
Hey, you never know.
I'm drinking Coca-Cola. Okay? See?
Okay. Well, you know I better than you. I got water.
Well, to each his own. To each his own. Okay?
So we see you don't want to talk about agriculture. So I believe
not on this live. There's too much to talk about in terms of agriculture as to why and how did it come about? Because we're right where this what we're doing now. We should have done from the very beginning of the mandature, and this is what I've been telling them should have been done from the very beginning. Because you got the farmers now in a limbo. You're asking them to continue to be resilient. The abattoir is closed now for the past since March, and what I know they're
Well, European election just passed, and I didn't hear no campaign about European fund for the abattoir because they didn't really have no campaign. And I believe the deputy had something about agriculture. He will talk about what he did about agriculture, being the Assemblée Nationale. And then St. Martin people will decide are we keeping Franz Gom as deputy or we change him. Or they will do like France do to Macron, give Mustangton a green light for 2.5 years again. Or listen, the direction you're going is not good.
Time will tell, and we continued.
So Angeline, thank you for being back. I can maybe I will tell you see you next Monday. Maybe next Monday or next Mardi. I believe next Mardi I will be back in the country. I believe if I get my ticket Saturday, I will be back, and the campaign starting officially. The campaign starting the 17th in the Monday. So I believe I will start to have interviews with official candidates, because for the moment you have one. For me, we have names.
We have one official candidate thus far.
For the moment,
we have nothing is official until the prefecture announces that list.
Listen, the prefecture are nothing official, but you have to see. I would like to know if Claire Java will sit down with Daniel Gibson talk. Maybe she done with politics. But you never know. It's politics. She could come back too.
Correct. Like I said, time will tell. Time will tell, but we are going to be surprised.
Well,
this election will have a lot of surprises.
So that's your thought getting back up from Generation Hope?
Time will tell.
That's not the answer.
That's all you're getting from me.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take care. See you Sunday then, when we get the list of those people. We'll
exchange our knowledge with what we have thus far and make bets. We'll make bets for the following week.
Yes. So we have election coming up July 7, first round, June 30, first round, second round, July 77 days before Bastille Day. So if you guys don't vote good, I cannot be drinking champagne wine in the waterfront for Bastille Day. That's one thing, because it will not be nice. If whatever happens, people will be vexed, some will be happy. And the candidate, whoever want to run for deputy, have until Sunday. They put the 12, between the 12, June 12 and June 16, to drop the candidacy by the prefecture. Remember, when you have to be binôme. Okay, I don't think you have to be binôme. I don't know. You have to be binôme femme homme, if I'm not mistaken. Eh?
I can't. I think.
I think so because everybody was. Yeah, you have to be binôme.
Yeah, the party.
Yeah, you have to be so it gonna be in more hard. You have to find if it's a man running from St. Martin, you gotta find a woman in St. Bad. If it's a man, is a woman running from St. Martin, you gotta find a man in St. Bad. So let's see what gonna happen and how negotiation will go because it will be hard for the majority RSMA. Let me say it so. And before I go, Jessica, what's your 20? Hervé, what's your 20? Because your name, comment, and message. So we need to know because that could change the whole thing for the deputy if you're not the campaign manager. And I don't think it's Sciences Po could be the campaign manager. So, sir, Angeline, thank you for being. Bye and see you and take care. See you next week because if we have all the ways, we're going to try to bring everybody in so we could know what's going on. So have a nice afternoon. Behave yourself. Don't drink too much Coke. Drink water.
We'll try.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Take care. Bye. So people, we had Angeline with us. We were talking about the little recap of the election we had. So yes, so election coming up, it's gonna be hard. People, we start to have names, and then we're gonna see what gonna happen. So, sur ce, écoutez-la, take care of yourself. See you guys maybe during the week. If we have other news, we're coming back to you guys so we could chat a little bit about it. So take care of yourself and be safe.
Sim dans la peine, nous connaît bien son seul raison. Ou aller quitter, ou abandonner, réconciliation, m'a demandé. Dis-moi amour, dis-moi chérie, sans pas comprendre souffrance, m'a aventuré. Ou aller quitter, moi je voulais mourir. Réconciliation m'a demandé. On connaît bien son seul raison. Ou aller quitter, ou abandonner. Réconciliation m'a demandé. Dis-moi amour, dis-moi chérie, sauf pas comprendre souffrance, pas durer. Ou aller quitter, moi je voulais mourir. Réconciliation m'a demandé. Pas de place, non. Mais c'est varié, moi dis ça quoi dit. Les dit le luxe pas marié. Hey, ça. Ça sera tout ce qui vient. You know we belong together. I've been missing you so long. You know you are the one for me. You know you are the one I love. Without you, there's no life in me. Show me how to love you. Tell me, show me how to love you. Hey, sir. Thank you. That was the Jetix. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love to love you.